You're never ready for your last home game of the season, but I want to thank God for a great experience this year with these guys. Credit Houston with answering our run in the second half. It shows you why they won the league. Juwan making key free throws down the stretch, and then 13 for 16 the second half. But really proud of our guys. I thought we really competed. First time we played them, we had 4 offensive rebounds. First game after Josh. Tonight we had 17. So that's a lot better. First time they had 17 assists. I believe 7 turnovers. Tonight they had 7 and 9. First time we had 15 turnovers. Tonight we had 9. So we did a lot of things good enough to win. Unfortunately, we didn't make enough shots. LJ's obviously one of the best shooters in the country, but I look forward to one of our guys going 6 for 9 because we got a couple guys capable of that. I thought when we got that lead, we had a couple good looks, but we need to get some timely offensive rebounds and putbacks just to stymie their run, and they did a good job getting the ball inside to hurt us a little bit.
Scott, you did have some good looks, but what is it about Houston's defense that makes it so hard to score against?
I think it starts with their size and length. I mean, you got a couple 7'4", 7'6" wingspans. Juwan's got a big wingspan. I believe in one of the analytic things. The year that we were our best rated defense, we had 3 guys nominated for the Naismith Defender of the Year, Davion, Mark, and Jared Butler, all in the top 15, and that's kind of similar with Houston this year. A lot of guys that have been in the system, know the system, talented, have improved, but that's kind of the key. It starts with talent, second, knowing what you want and being able to operate it, and when you get both of that, you're pretty good.
Coach, obviously all these teams are familiar with each other going into the conference tournament, but I'm just wondering if you're telling your guys if this is like a hard reset. Everybody is 0-0 coming into tournaments.
I think we did a hard reset 4 games ago, and really just tried to finish. And we've defensively we held them to 44%, and that's not as good as the last 2 games, but we're trending in the right direction defensively. We've gotten better there. We've gotten better rebounding. Offensively, the one thing you can't ever do is you can't control shot making. What you can't control is the right shots. And we'll go back to film, stat check how many were right shots. Again, you can't simulate length either. And length on closeouts is different. And 7'6" on the length closeout is different than a 6-foot guy.
Scott, it seems like this team's kind of really starved for one of those big time wins.
Yeah.
What needs to change in that department? Is it as simple as just making shots, or what did you tell them after this one? Because obviously a tough way to go out here.
Yeah, I think first of all, the margin of error is thin with this team, and that's just because our depth and where we're at. And we're playing a great league. You're playing great teams. But at the end of the day, we always talk about controlling what you can control, and we took care of the ball and we rebounded. Defensively, obviously we lost LJ a couple times. Couple things we could clean up, but we did that better. Now the question is, if we had wide open shots, then you got to make them. And 17 offensive rebounds is good. We only had 9 second chance points, though. So normally you get 17, and you're scoring, say, 10 of them. That's 20 points. You credit them for size, length, when you get a rebound, making it hard to put back.
With a little over a minute to go, Jalen hits a big 3. Y'all get a stop. You're within 2. VJ's coming down. Kind of an open court, play where he misses. I mean, I assume you'll take that shot all day from him.
Yeah, I mean that's one of those that again, we always say assume a miss, so you got to come up with it. But you're pretty happy with it. And the one thing I would say though is, I mean, beating Kansas at home, that's a good win. Beating St. John's, 6th ranked team, that's a good win. So, I mean, I think we've had some quality wins, but he'd like more, and I would too. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. You guys have a good night.
Langston, was this? It felt like this game was there for the taking. Was it? Did it just come down to like y'all not making quite enough shots?
I feel like it just came down to, just a couple things we got to clean up. But, our team's progressing well, and I'm happy with the progress that our team has been making. Playing against a team like that, they're a top 3 team in the country. Just to be in that position with them, knowing that gives us a lot of confidence, knowing that we can play with anybody. So, just happy for the guys and just happy for the staff and just all the progress we've been making, putting in hard work through these practices leading up to these games.
Norchad, Coach Sampson praised your toughness and said we couldn't keep him off the offensive glass. I mean, what was just your mindset coming into this game?
I mean, when we went in today to Houston and play, they kind of punked us on the offensive glass. And, I couldn't make that happen again. I'm proud of everybody, just like how Langston said. I know we're making progress late in the season, but, I'm happy where we're at right now. So, just give God thanks, winning and losses.
Norchad, just kind of right back here at the end of the game, last game at the Foster. What has this time at Baylor meant to you, and just as you guys go to the postseason, what does this team mean to you?
I mean, we're not done yet. I'm going to say that. I'm going to go the way and say we're not done yet. I love my brothers. I know they're going to go out fighting, like how I say. Like, we're making progress late in the season, and I feel good where we're at. Playing at Baylor just means so much to me. Like, the coaches, the way they welcome me. I just been here 1 year, but I feel like I've been here for so much more. My brothers, the time we spent together, I'm just happy for everything. Keep moving forward from here.
Just backing that what he said, a lot of teams have played their best basketball this year, and it feel like we've been in an uphill battle, so we haven't even reached our best basketball. So this is a great time to do it.
Langston, I am curious about the conference tournament coming up, and y'all have a few days off, and now it kind of resets, and one elimination round. I'm just wondering how you reset and try to get ready for tournament play, and how much different that is than the regular season.
We just do the same things. We take every game the same way, prepare for every game the same way. We have a couple extra days, so that's even better for us. We got a couple guys banged up, so we're just gonna try to recover, watch the film, see where we can learn, and then go from there.
Norchad, VJ steps up with 23 points and towards the end of the game scored 9 of the last 16. What has his maturity and growth been like, especially to be playing like that against a number 3 ranked Houston team?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I know what he got to give every night, so I'm not surprised. I mean, we March, I'm happy he's playing that way. I'm feeling good, like how I tell you. Like, we still haven't played the best. I don't think he played his best game today, and he had 23, so, yeah, I'm feeling good.
Langston, you might be one of the few, or maybe the only guy that played with LJ. Did y'all lose him some in defense, and what did y'all do to maybe get better on the defensive end in the second half to limit him?
I mean, just playing with LJ, I know he's a great player, great shooter. So, when he got a couple easy looks at the start of the game. So, for a shooter, that's money, So once you hit those, then a lot more shots will start falling. The one off the dribble he had, I think he hit one off a flare screen or something. Those are tough shots, and the fact that he hit those early ones, it just hurt us down the stretch.
Langston, you've been doing it for a few games now, but there's a lot of times on the court where you're basically a forward, now with this lineup. I mean, what's it like guarding some of those bigger guys that you've had to guard, and are you getting more and more comfortable with that?
I mean, it's nothing new. We going against the best big, one of the best bigger guards in the country, in Norchad Omier every day in practice. So, just playing against him, he prepares us well. I don't think I've met a guy stronger than Norchad. So, being able to hold your own against him, these guys out here, it's just nothing new.